Welcome. Hello, and welcome to Benney Babbles podcast. I think I better turn the light down because I seem a bit dark. There we are, a bit more light in there. And not only that, I've got my iPad turned up, so let me turn that down as well. Right then, again, I'll try again. Welcome to Benney Babbles podcast. On the show today, we have the one and only Mr. Justin Beynon. Hello, Justin. How are you?
Hello, Geraint. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very good. We finally got you.
We did eventually.
Few technical hitches first, but it's better to have them off air than on air.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah, it's all sorted now.
It is. Yeah, I've had a few technical hitches this week, but then when you go live, you what do you expect, innit?
Well, you're on the fly, you know.
Exactly. You know me. How's things with you, dude? How's the family?
Very good, thank you. Very good. We're behaving ourselves and staying in as much as we are supposed to, I think. Yeah, all fine. Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, all good. I am, as you know, I've out of boredom and because I'm missing the limelight, I decided to start a podcast.
Well, if the stage isn't available, you've got to make one of your own, haven't you?
You have, haven't you? Got to improvise, and you know me. It's like, right then, what can I do? I thought, well, if Joe Rogan can do a podcast, then I can do a podcast as well.
Joe Rogan, who's he? I've never heard of him.
Oh, I'd have to introduce you to Joe Rogan, dude. If you like to listen to a podcast, he's the number one podcast in the world, and it's brilliant. I shall send you a link through to that. So, what have you been doing apart from breaking the curfew things during the lockdown?
Well, what have I been doing? I spending a lot of my time with my children because obviously as everybody else with children knows, that there's no school and they're at home.
Oh.
So I'm still doing my guitar teaching on Skype.
Oh,
so all this business that we're doing now. So it's not as terrifying as it was.
So you're an internet star already. You're used to this kind of interaction every day.
No, not at all. Not at all. I go into people's homes for half an hour and then I'm out. And that's about it. But apart from that, just enjoying kind of resetting a bit and taking things as they come a bit rather than everything going mental all of the time.
Yeah, 100%. I know exactly what you mean. It's given everyone time to reflect a bit on life and take a step back and go, right, where are we? Because nobody knows where we are really. We're all in the same boat.
We are. Yeah.
But it's taking, well, like you were playing, you carried on working by adapting and going online.
Yeah.
Because you got to.
Well, I think it goes to show that things will prevail. Just in a different way, isn't it? I know it's not the same for everybody. It's not as easy for everyone. I know,
it's not.
But I guess when you're forced to make changes and adapt, I suppose you try your best to do it, don't you?
Yeah, and with the technology the way it is, thankfully it does make things much easier. I think it was me and Aled were talking on Sunday night, and we were saying, imagine if this was like in the 80s with no internet.
No, we'd all be sitting in our houses listening to Duran Duran and frizzing our hair and stuff and back home. Well, maybe not yourself, but I would.
Oh, in the 80s, I would have been. I had lovely hair like you in the 80s.
Yeah. So it would have been a very different animal, I think, if we didn't have these sort of communication devices and things, isn't it?
Yeah, and it is. We are lucky. I know things are not lucky, but are not good. But we are lucky in lots of ways that we can carry on with try and get some sort of normality into our lives by using this type of technology to reach out to our customers and things like that.
Yeah, that's right, and families keeping in touch via this as well, isn't it? And it's a point of contact, isn't it, for everyone, I suppose.
Do you know what? I have seen and spoke to my family more since the lockdown than than I did before. I'm quite you know me, Justin. I'm quite a solitary kind of person. Even though I crave for the limelight. When I'm not there, I'm quite shy and hide away
I
like,
know,
in the
I know,
bushes.
bless you.
Yeah.
I know. Yes, I know, I'm with you there as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm quite a
And you were the
solitary
same.
bloke.
You were very similar. You were very similar. You know, it's we got two personalities. We got our entertaining personality, and we got our personal personality.
Yeah,
And you know, but every Thursday night, I have the Benny quiz.
yeah,
So
right.
you know, I take part in that, which you know, and on a Saturday night, I usually take part in the other family, the kids and everything like that, and the extended family.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm seeing more. I'm talking to them more now, and throughout the week they you know they back and forth. Oh, you on the weekend now? You're going to be there talking, and it's like, and I'm quite enjoying having that. Because yeah, we're all in it together, and it's like yeah, it's just brought. I think it's bringing people closer. Like
Oh, yeah, absolutely, definitely. I think, when you can't, carry on as normal and see, your family and have the same sort of interaction as we've been all been used to, I think everybody feels it, don't they? So when there's an opportunity for everybody to come together in another way, then I think everybody jumps at it. I mean, we've been doing a Zoom quiz on a Sunday evening with Jess's family on occasions, and again, they're all there on the screen and everybody's, interacting and stuff. And, it's great. We have a laugh and
yeah,
everyone's having a couple of drinks while they're doing it and stuff. And, and it's funny because like out in the street today now, and well, it's not quite a street party. That's a bit of an exaggeration. But there's people outside with their chairs outside and, having drinks and people making cakes. I drove through Tanner Bryn Street earlier. Everybody's out in Tanner Bryn Street, out their front gardens. And there's barbecues going. There's people who've made buffets. And
it is nice. It is nice.
The last time you saw that,
Exactly. It is nice, and it's bringing communities together. It is because people are helping each other. There are elderly that they can't get out, and it's a big pot. So people are helping each other out. I'm useless. I'm like an elderly old gentleman, really. But that's the way my family treated me during this lockdown. To be honest,
well, you got the trousers to prove it.
Yeah, I'm not wearing any at the moment.
Oh, lovely! That's great. all of a sudden, this interview's taking a sinister, slightly dark turn.
Well, it's comfy in it. You can't, all you can see is today. You're fine.
That's all right. Yeah, no, it's just you make up the rest of the picture yourself, don't you? That's the unfortunate.
Clever boy, see. But no, it is. It's nice. Oh, hang on. I believe we've got some comments. Many Joseph, fab digital life. I am nowhere near you all, but I love seeing you all. But I know where you're. Yeah, it is. Benny in his pants. Not even pants. Not even pants.
Right. Yeah. Right. These things are popping up on Facebook, is it?
They came up on Facebook and YouTube. If anyone, so if anyone's watching on Facebook and you'd like to make a comment about how wonderful me and Justin are, then yeah, do so. And the same on YouTube as well. And if you're not watching us on Facebook and you've got a YouTube account, then go and add us, Benney Babbles.
Benney Babbles podcast.
Yeah, Benney Babbles podcast. Find us on there. Add us. Go on, get my numbers up. Right then. Anyway, back to chatting. No, I have got trousers on. I have.
I'm glad to hear it. Even if you just had like pants on, that would be okay.
So what's apart from obviously we're in a lockdown. I spoke to Chris. I think it was Monday night, and he was saying that You know, he's kind of enjoying not having, even though he loves going out every night, because that's why he bloody does it. The same as you know, going out and playing because you enjoy doing it. But he said he's enjoying having the not going out playing as well.
I think it's just, I don't know if it you know, and from talking to my friends and other people and neighbours and things and family even, I don't know, there's a certain kind of pressure that's kind of gone at the moment, I think. You know, I was talking about, you know, to Dave today, and he was saying about, you know, he feels the same because he's got a busy job, it's chaotic, you know. Everybody's lives are so chaotic all the time and whatever they're doing, and everything's, you know, you're up against time all the time, aren't you? You know, and you're always trying to sort of rush to get things done, and then the next thing and the next thing. And, you know, before you know it, you've missed out on all the important stuff, really, haven't you? You know, there's not enough time sometimes to sit and appreciate what you got and what you know your life is made of, without all the mad stuff you got to do every day. You know,
it is, and you've got a young family as well, and so you know, spending that time with them is precious. And you know, we're in a world where both parents have to work these days to you know, to just to run a household. So it's, you know, for both of you, but it's nice to be able to, like you said, to spend that time with them when they're at that age, because that's when they're the most impressionable, really. And if you can spend a lot of time with them at that age when they're that impressionable, it does leave that, you know, extra special mark on them.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't mean mark it because you're clipping across the ears they're not listening to. Right?
No, I'm careful to wear oven gloves when I clip them. but I mean, you can appreciate they kind of, you know, you've got kids of your own. I know they've grown up and stuff now, but everybody says the same, don't they? From, you know, the moment that, you know, you find out you're having a kid or something, that make the most of it. It goes so fast, and you know, you realise just how fast it is actually going.
Yeah, Sean is 27. It's, do you know what, I can remember. I can't remember much, but I feels like I remember the day that he was born is still vivid with me, and I still see him that even though he's 27, a father, you know, and himself. But he's still my little boy, like.
Yeah, of course.
And Emily's the same. She's still my little girl. She's 20. I think she's 20, 25, going on 26 now. And it doesn't get easier.
Yeah, so that's it.
It doesn't get easier. They get worse as they get older.
No, but it is nice to, you know, it's sad in one way, obviously, isn't it? Because, you know, it takes something like this.
Yeah, to
make these things happen. But you know, as with anything, you've got to try and pull the positives out of a bad situation in order to carry on, isn't it? And adjust, like we were talking about earlier on. You know, in order to make those adjustments, you've got to, I don't know, you've got to take stock of it. You know,
you have, yeah. It is thinking, right, this is what's happening. I can't do anything about it. So what can I do to, you know, and it's one, spend more time with your family, and, you know, make that precious time that you know you can, before it all goes back to some sort of normality.
And well, yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see what that normality is. I wonder if there will be a sea change, you know, or whether things will just back to the way they were, you know.
I'm hoping they don't go back to the way they were, to be honest. Yeah. Simply because it didn't work. It didn't work. So I think we're in a modern world now. We were still living on a structure from the Industrial Revolution, and you know, it was all industry. That's what we were still living on that structure. We're now it's not so much industry, it's a digital age and things that, and people can work from home, and you know, you don't need to be in a big tower block in the middle of a city and it takes you an hour and a half to get there, an hour and a half home. We don't have to do it, and this has proved it. We don't need that super link train, right, that's going to cost an arm and a leg up through the middle of England, that, you know, because you don't need so many people to use it.
Well, you know, it will be an interesting sort of, you know, as much as technology is kind of a point of contact. It's nice to see that the communities and the neighbours are all out interacting and stuff. I mean, I had to pop to Tesco's earlier on for a legitimate reason. You know,
the red wine.
yeah, the kids had finished their sawdust and their pineapple chunks, and so I had to go and get something. And but just driving around, and even up in Foundry Town here and everything, you know, there's people. Eggy's mother was out her front with all her friends, and they were dancing on the pavement and stuff. And you know, it was just like you just don't see this. So as much as there's the communication from your own homes on your devices and all this business, people are actually outside getting together and
they are
interacting, because I suppose there's a lifeline there, isn't there? You know,
I think something like it. Well, it is. We're at war, basically. We're at war with the virus, and everyone, you know, because everyone is in that same boat. It's right, you know. Let's make. I think you've got that camaraderie that they had in the war, kind of mentality, and hopefully, it sticks, and people start helping each other.
Yeah, definitely.
Which they said that they seem to be, but let's hope afterwards it stays, because I think, the way school is and the whole thing, everything can be looked at.
Yeah.
We didn't have a revolution; we had a virus.
yeah, this is it, and it's crazy. So on a different note, so are you actually at home now doing this podcast, or are you outside like Craddock School or something with that big brick wall behind you? Are you broadcasting live from outside?
Live from outside. Yeah, I'm in my garden. I am. It's no, I was saying, I can't remember what I was saying. I'd done this about 2 years ago to be a backdrop to do videos, obviously, because I do my coaching and everything like that, and I wanted something nice to do my videos on. But only now I've got around to moving my desk around, so it's there. But
you should have a really really big picture of yourself behind yourself, so that when
like on my shoulder here, just like the news.
I mean, just there or something, you know.
And what I have got, look, is you can't see it on
mood lighting.
Oh,
wait, it's like a discotheque.
Yeah. I'm just really sad. I bought that in green now, and hang on a minute, let me just
say
another Hulk. Yeah, make it a bit soft over there. I bought these lights to go on a cape that I bought for the band, but I bought the wrong ones, so I had something to do with them, and they were sitting on the cupboard, and I put them. I thought, I could make like a thing on the wall. And
oh God, if you're talking about capes and lights, don't tell Chris. You'd be jealous.
Oh, he's jealous of my cape. He's seen the cape I bought, and I got to say, it's a bloody good cape.
Yeah,
it's got wings.
Oh.
So it comes up in a whole thing, and I wanted to put lights along the top of it. So when I came up, there was lights. But I bought this to try it out. So hang on, let me turn the button on, baby.
Oh, look at that!
So
is that like a fiber optic?
Fiber optic, yeah. So it's got a couple of different settings on it when we go in that way. So so I'm gonna.
So it's on, it flashes, or it's off. Yeah. They're the settings, are they?
Yeah, on, flashes slow, flashes fast, off.
Great. Well, any more than that, it just gets confusing.
I got enough to do to try and remember lyrics that I can never remember.
Yeah, are you playing with the band now?
Well, not at the moment.
Well, not at the moment, no. But is it that are you currently with or without?
Well, strangely enough, no. I'm still with them. But a fortnight before the lockdown, I took some time off to sort some things out, because I started trying to start a new business up, and
I remember you telling me
everything
this
like
last
that.
time I saw you. Yeah.
So it's like, right, I want to, I need to work on things that's going to make me money, like my time. So I did say I was going to leave, but they wouldn't let me. So that was nice. That was nice, because I didn't want to leave. It's just that I just have good time, boys. Basically, so basically this is quite handy, really, because
Yeah.
they're not going out gigging without me. So yeah, and
Well, it gets a
hopefully,
bit of perspective on things as well, doesn't it? You know,
yeah,
when you can't do
it
something, it makes
does.
you maybe want to do it more. Like,
But luckily for anyone listening there, if you go on Bandcamp, you can download our new album. It's called Infinite Space Theory Album.
it's just called album, is it?
I think so. Yeah, I think it is called just Album. Yeah, yeah.
Good.
It's so yeah, well worth it. Okay, it's my bloody show. If I want to give a plug for my own,
Hey, do it. Absolutely. This is your platform, man.
So what were you busy beforehand?
What, musically or genuinely? Musically, well, yeah, I guess I'm always busy, really, and I'm not always out gigging, or certainly not as much as I used to. But yeah, I'm always playing and writing stuff, and I got my little studio here. So when I get a chance, I do some recording. I've been as an ongoing project, just a personal little thing for myself, really, where I'm just recording my songs, and my mate is mixing them and mastering them for me, and I'm getting them on put onto vinyl. So that's basically my ongoing project that'll just be ongoing for as long as I'm ongoing.
Yeah,
I guess.
good.
So there's always something to do, and never enough time to do it. But it means that I don't have to be sort of going out and playing all the time, and doing that, which means that I can still continue to be creative. That's the main thing. That's what it's all about.
It is. I got to a point where I know, because I've spoke to you about it, where I got quite down because of the fact that I wasn't creating, because I wasn't out playing and I wasn't out doing anything really.
Yeah.
And but I've learned that, well, just because I'm not out, I can still be creative.
Yeah.
I got plenty of other outlets that I can be creative, and if I haven't, then find one.
Yeah.
Create one.
Well, that's right.
Well,
you've always been pretty good at that, yeah. I mean, you've always had something on the go, haven't you? It's never been, I can't remember any time since I've known you, but just quite some time now, where you haven't had something on the go, whether it's political or musical or theatrical.
Yeah, it is. I enjoy being busy. I really do. And usually if it's to do with putting a smile on somebody's face or helping somebody out, and so I get gratification out of that. Then, do you know what I mean?
Sure,
but like you, I've got to be creative. I've got to be doing something that's creative. Otherwise, I feel stifled.
Well, the thing is, it's an energy that builds, isn't it? And you've got to do something to burn that off, and hopefully have something to show from it at the end of the day. I think that's the driving force, that I find personally, is having an end product that you can say, oh, well, there we are. That's tangible. That's something that, I worked hard at, and there it is.
Yeah, this is the finished product, like.
Yeah, definitely. I think it. It keeps you going. I think it keeps you motivated.
Well, I think we are around a lot of creative people as well. Luckily, we've got lots of creative people around us, and it's so. I get energy. You bounce off their energy as well if you are feeling a little bit low. Like I said, I might not see anyone for ages, and I might feel a bit of but when I go and see everyone, that energy just comes straight back again, because we are quite an energetic group in ourselves. Not energetic, but high energy kind of group.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, over the years, and still, well, okay, right now, obviously not, but we've always all got together regularly, and we've all bumped into each other. I mean, like Jack's now, for instance, using that as a current example, is a bit of a hub, isn't it, where we can all play and meet up and have a drink and have a laugh. And there's in terms of, like, going back to what we were speaking about earlier with the lockdown and community and all that business.
Yeah.
We are lucky around here in the sense that we've got our musical community, which we're all tapped into, and others as well. And, it brings us all together on a semi-regular basis, doesn't it?
It does. And I might not see you for ages, but because we got busy lives. But when we do see each other, it's like I seen you last week, and, we just pick straight back up from where we basically left off last time. And I find that with everyone. There's always there's always that warmth. So I feel relaxed straight away, and it's like, I'm home kind of thing.
Yeah. No, but that's the right word for it. I think home, definitely.
Yeah. And
and
I know there's other people out there, that are on the scene, on the scene, that feel exactly the same, and it's nice that we've got something like that.
Yeah,
it is nice that we've got something like that.
Oh, definitely. It's an important thing that's a bit of a glue around here, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, we got some more things. It's all Melanie's going crazy on us tonight. I think she.
Mel's our viewer.
Yeah, she's. Oh, and Craig. Hello, Craig. How are you?
Hey, Craig.
Hey, Craig. I think Mel's been on the red wine as well.
Friday night.
Friday night.
The lights are bright.
Bring this. I'm learning how to do. It's great fun. It is great fun. You should start a podcast. Well, in fact, saying about this, I said to Chris, I want to try and get Paul on here as well. But he's like the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Well, I tell you what, you'll have to send word out weeks in advance.
And by carrier pigeon as well.
Well, either carrier pigeon, you'll get a knock on your door, a weary knock one day, and you'll open the door, and there'll be some guy in dusty old clothes with tears everywhere, with a beard, and he'll hold like a note up or something from Paul, and it'll be, aye, all right, then go on, eh?
Yeah, I'm up for that. When it's gone 8 months before.
Yeah, and that's if you're lucky.
You said so I said, I'll have to. Why now? How are you as well, dude? That I wouldn't mind getting Creek on as a band, and you can tell your story, because whenever you go somewhere, and you are okay, there is a story. There is a fantastic story of Creek, and I enjoy it every time I hear it.
But the thing is, we've been around so long, it just becomes part of the course then, doesn't it, that you have a backstory because you've been around so long.
Yeah. Well, it's experience, isn't it? And now that we're older gentlemen, we can look back with fondness of the wild, crazy days.
Exactly.
And say, yeah, I did that, but look at me now. Look at me now. Look at the man. Look at the fine man it's made me into now.
Yeah. The kind of man who sprains his wrist by picking up the kettle, or turning it out too quick and cricks his neck.
Turning it out too quick. Yeah. Who was I speaking to? It was. I think it was Chris. We were on about dancing, and then he said about me twerk, and I said I tried it. And I almost put my back out.
Yeah,
I did. I tried that thing. And oh God! I had to sit down. I had that. You know the pain.
You've got to be careful.
You have, and it's like, oh, No. I tried head banging as well the other day,
Oh,
and
what?
I thought, oh my god, I pulled something in the back. I was, oh god, that hurts as well. No,
No,
no
man,
good.
you don't want to be doing stuff like that.
No, I mean, I do neck exercises because I was in a accident not so long ago, and I had a bit
Was it
of
a head-banging accident by any chance?
banging accident, yeah, and I sort of had a bit of a jar, so I've been under the physio, so they give me this thing, and I thought, oh, I'm feeling much better, and I don't know why I decided to. I can't remember what we were doing, but I decided to have a go. Oh, I think I had 2 nods and and then
Yeah.
that was it. Those
Yeah,
days,
pass me the ointment.
Yeah, give me the tiger balm, please.
Yeah, no, headbanging is for teenagers and well, just for other people. It's
Just
not
for
for
other
me.
people. Yeah.
No, I get enough neck problems as it is. If I started headbanging, I'll be the end of it. Yeah,
I was
yeah,
talking about neck problem. I know I'm gonna thank you for this. Now I remember us talking one day about having problems with our shoulder and our neck and things like that. And you said then you told me about Mr. Barrow's sister,
or Sue.
Sue, and the Bowen treatment.
Oh yeah, the Bowen technique.
Yeah, and so I went and tried it out.
Because you were in pretty bad shape at the time, weren't you?
Oh yeah, and yeah, I could because I couldn't lift my arms any further than that. I was in that kind of thing, and I was just like, I can't. I tried going for massages and everything again. Nothing seemed to work. Like, and the chiropractor is just far too expensive.
Yeah.
I just jumped in front of a bus instead.
Well, you may as well just go up to a big burly bloke and ask him to manhandle you.
Yeah. Do us a favour,
all your bones crunch and stuff.
Can you just fold me in half?
Yeah, until everything crunches, and then you'll feel like you've been helped. No, I know it's Sue Barrow. She sorted me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I got a thing with you that goes across the bottom of the screen. I've been advertising the sponsor for ages, but we've been good. We have been good so far tonight. It says may contain strong language, the subject of an adult nature.
Yeah.
So it's after 9:30 now, so we can.
This is watershed, is it?
Watershed. Yeah.
Everything's just suddenly going to get filthy and disgusting. And we're going to lose Mel.
Yeah, I guess it just goes downhill from there.
Mel's hardcore. She knows she's all right.
Yeah, she had my book the other day. Fair play for her. So I sent her.
What? She had a book. She had what?
My book.
Oh, your book. Oh.
Yeah, I sent. She asked me where she could get it.
Was it one of the ones you pinched from the library?
It is, yeah. So she said, "Oh, can you sign it for me?" I said, "Yeah, okay, I'll sign it for you if you want." I sent it to her and I forgot to sign it.
Oh, that's terrible.
I said, "Next time you come to Aberdeen, bring a book and a pen and I'll sign it for you."
Leave it on the front wall, step back 2 meters, I'll come down, sign it, and then I'll step back 2 meters and yeah.
I'll wear gloves.
Yeah, social distance signing.
Yeah, I was how are they gonna cope? Honestly, because I did laugh today. I was seeing I don't watch the news. I just don't watch it anymore. So I get all my news from Facebook. It's so I'm
I get
really
all my news from people who've watched the news on Facebook.
Yeah,
so, no, I don't watch the news.
Mind you, some of it makes more sense. I forgot where I was going.
Something about watching the news.
Watching the news.
It'll come back to you.
It's totally. So what were we talking about before? I've just gone blank.
Things getting filthy after the watershed.
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember what I was going to say now. I hate it when that happens.
Yeah. That's why I tend to sort of not interview people because I lose my train of thought way too often. You know,
Oh, it's, yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter. It'll come, like I said, it'll come back to me. We'll move on to something else.
exactly. What's next on the agenda?
Bleach, right then. So have you tried? This is how you were keeping keeping away from the coronavirus. You've done the Donald Trump bleach
I have
thing.
a bath. I have a bath in bleach every morning, early afternoon and evening.
But obviously, I can tell you wear a hair net,
Yeah.
a hair thing. Otherwise, your hair would be no. Oh, I could see you with white hair.
Oh, I think it's in the post.
I could see you with white hair, definitely.
Yeah.
Are you going grey?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You are going grey.
Yeah.
Is it gracefully, or are you trying to hide it?
No. Well, it's a lot of it is hidden under the canopy. You see.
Right.
It's all underneath. If I was to cut my hair short, there'd be a lot of grey. But it's the top layer is still quite dark. So yeah, but it'll come through.
No, I've noticed around well, not so much lately since when I went out over Christmas that there are quite a lot of gentlemen now around our age that I noticed when we were out, you by the bar and you look and you think that's not your natural colour. No, I notice things like this. I've been a man of having no hair. Anyone with a fine head of hair, I admire. I admire because even though I carry this off, I carry it off and I made it my own. If choice being, I would have a full head of hair simply because I'd be even more handsome.
Well, it would be devastating, wouldn't it?
So it's just lucky that I haven't got hair, really, for everyone, isn't it?
Well, I guess for most of the women out there, Gay, I would say, they've missed out.
Missed out on me having lots of hair.
Yeah. Hair's luckily, I'm blessed that way. I'm hanging in there.
But that's what I was getting to. I nearly lost my train of thought again. Then, what I was getting to is the fact that I've noticed there's lots of gentlemen out there using the just for men method.
Just for men.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it's there for, isn't it? The adverts are ridiculous, though, isn't it? There's have you seen the advert where there's it's an American advert and there's a fella with grey hair and he's looking all sad and grumpy and forlorn and everything, and his little girl runs up to him or something and hands him a just for men, and all of a sudden then he's really happy and he's got loads of women around him.
Well, the thing is, they go in for the wrong market there because if you're a silver fox,
the
ladies dig that.
Well,
I'll be honest with you, I haven't got hair, as you know. You may not have noticed, anyone. If you're listening back, then and you can't see us, and because of this podcast, I'm bald. So, but I do have a beard, and some sort of beard now because I did shave it off and grown it back. And I've tried to do this a few times because, as you can see, it's patchy. It's a bit grey, it's a bit blonde, it's a little bit ginger, it's a bit brown. It's all colours, really.
Yeah.
So I thought, do you know what? I'll see if I can, just even it out. Oh no, it looked absolutely no.
Yeah, it looks like you've gone at it with a knife and fork, like.
It looked unnatural. Because it is unnatural, I suppose. Yeah, you dye in your beard, but it looked unnatural,
you dyeing it? You mean? I thought you meant cutting it.
No, dyeing it.
Oh, you dyeing it?
I tried dyeing it. Yeah, I tried to, because it's all patchy and everything, like different colours. I thought, I'll see if I can even it out, like.
Right.
Oh no.
So does that happen then? Afterwards, you have to put your face in a bowl of dye.
in a donkey's donkey's arch. No, it's weird. Like it's weird.
Yeah, but just get some felt pens and just colour it in.
Well,
Maybe.
that's what it looked like, basically. It
Oh,
just
right.
looked.
That wasn't the look you were going for, the felt pen look.
No. I was thinking like colour and pencil, but not the felt tip variety. Like,
No, it's
so
colour
I
pencil.
I missed out on that somehow. I sort of just.
Well, you should just have your face painted, like a tiger or an iguana or something. I don't know, and it doesn't matter what your beard looks like then, really.
True. Well, I went through the stage last year. I grew quite a magnificent beard.
You did have a very good, impressive beard.
I only shaved it off because of COVID.
Yeah.
Because and it's easier to. I thought, well, I'm not going anywhere, and I'll grow it back a little bit more shapish, nice. Go to the barber. My daughter, she's a barber. She can be doing it for me. So yeah.
But I did grow a beard at the beginning of the lockdown. About 3-4 weeks I went without a shave, so I did grow a little bit of a beard coming. And I hadn't had a beard for over a year, and it was quite surprising on the one side just how much grey was coming through in the beard. And I was like, oh, right, okay, so it's going. The face is going grey,
Well, the face is going grey, but the head is going, but it's holding on.
It's hanging in there.
It's hanging in there.
Yeah. I'm afraid to cut it off in case it doesn't grow back.
That's the mistake I made.
That's the thing.
That's the mistake I did.
I'm at risk now, and
At the age of 26, was it 25 or 26? 26, I think it was. I shaved it all off because I was starting to go thin, and I thought, I can control it my way now, but it just never grew back. It just grew back on the sides. I got an opposite Mr. T.
Right, you had a Bobby Charlton to do.
Yeah, the body
Charlton.
The body Charlton. I reckon Donald Trump should shave his head, right, with his hair that flaps over and everything. Because it's that's just I know he's very egotistical, but he'd look like Lex Luthor.
Well, it's a very impressive weave he's got, isn't it?
Yeah. I want to know, is it?
It looks like it's been woven by some sort of fairy.
But is it all his hair, or is it a weave? Like, because if it is a weave, right, the man's a millionaire.
You'd think he'd be able to afford something a bit more. I mean, look at Elton John when Elton John for it, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he had a full-on fringe again. Donald's. I mean, his fringe must start at the back of his head, but there's some kind of illusion. I think it's an illusion. It is more than a haircut, isn't it?
It's CGI.
It's some kind of thing that fools everybody to think that it's a hair. It's normal hair.
It's CGI. It is. It is. There's a gentleman that's got something to say, yeah.
Oh, hang on, that popped up on. I can see that now.
I know.
Hey, that's impressive. He's getting old, man. Who is Donald Trump?
Yeah, you must be talking about. Can't be talking about you. You're youthful looking.
The Don is knocking on a bit, but I mean, he should. Why don't people bow out gracefully anymore?
I know it's like, well, what I was getting around to is I was about a fortnight, 3 weeks ago. It was when I was in hospital. On Facebook. Do you like Facebook ads?
Yeah,
they listen to you, don't they?
Yeah, they do. It's quite unsettling, actually.
And mind you, it's been quite handy. I found quite a few things. I thought, I need one of those, and it's popped up. I go,
it tells you what you like before you even knew it.
Yeah. I needed a new PA because my PA was knackered. And look, yeah, decent PA, good value. Oh, yeah, I'll have that. Thank you very much. Anyway, but it kept showing me toupees.
Really?
Yeah, seriously, for about a week. Every day it'd show me toupees. And on day 7, I thought I got to have a look at these.
it ground you down.
They ground me down, yeah. And if I'd had a bit of money, do you know what?
You would have gone for it.
I would have gone for it. I would have gone
No,
for
so
it.
you've got to be careful there, right? Because if you had a toupee, right, and you either coloured in your beard or dyed it, you'd end up looking like, what was that fella? David Guest? Was that his name? Was that his name?
yeah. He was Liza Minnelli's ex-husband.
That's the one. That's
the guy. Yeah.
Yeah. No. He took it a bit far, didn't he?
Yeah. That would. But I do wonder sometimes. I think because they looked pucker like. You know, you could have like a flat top. You could have, spikes, and you could have weekend. But they looked real like, and I thought, what I should do is buy one of them.
I'd love to see you with a.
And then when the lockdown stops and everyone goes out, I go out with a full head of hair.
That would be brilliant. No, I mean, what you want to do, right? If you're gonna do the lockdown surprise reveal, what you want to do, right, is get a really long wig. I mean, really long.
I got one of those,
and then step out after 3 months with like hair halfway down, with 3 years of growth in 3 months or whatever.
I'd be saving up my pubes and had a wig woven.
You'd be going out that way then, though, wouldn't it? You'd have some sort of kinky afro.
A blonde afro.
Yeah, you look like Uncle Peter. Do you remember that off Reeves and Mortimer, Uncle Peter? And his hair went out that way. Yeah, that's more pubic.
Oh God! So what are you drinking with there, Bet?
Well, I hang on. I don't buy this very often, right? But there was £1.50 off it today, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna buy it. It's hang on, Campo Viejo. I think I might be completely out on the pronunciation. Campo's pretty straightforward, and it's top quality, I must say.
And it's red.
Is
it a thick red or a light?
It's full bodied. It's full bodied. It's but you're not talking too much. It's not it doesn't go in your mouth and you got to chew it.
Right. See, I'm not really sure. I like a white wine.
Yeah, I like white.
I'll drink a rosé.
Oh, I think rosé doesn't do anything for me.
It doesn't do anything to me, but I'll drink it.
I've got a bottle of rosé in the fridge since Christmas, and it's still there.
I think I've got one in the cupboard that's been there for about 4 years now.
Yeah.
So I very rarely drink in the house. This is why I like going out now and again. I get to go and have a drink. So now we can have virtual drinks.
Exactly. I mean, I've had a couple of bottles of beer through the week. I haven't had a proper drink since last weekend, but I thought, it's Friday night. This is basically the the equivalent of going out with your mates, or getting together.
Yeah, it is.
Next door, and when we shoot the breeze and listen to records.
Yes. Now when lockdown stops, excuse me. We're gonna have to have a record night. We haven't had one for so long.
Definitely.
Come down, listen to vinyl on a nice proper old vinyl. I was going to call it a vinyl player then, a record player. God,
vinyl player, record player. I suppose same thing. Yeah. Yes, I know. It's I don't get to do it as much as I'd like these days. I did, mind you, last Friday. It's been a long tradition, right, for donkey's years, since when my grandfather was alive many years ago. He was the one who used to love his whiskey, and he introduced me to whiskey, really. And every Christmas then, him and my grandmother would always buy me a bottle of whiskey. So this went on for years and years. I mean, he's long gone now, obviously. But this year, I mean, my grandmother who's left now is in a home. But she still gives me a check every Christmas, 40 quid, to go and buy myself a bottle of whiskey.
And
I haven't done it this year since Christmas. And was it last week? I think it was. I was in Tesco's and I thought, you know what? I haven't bought my Christmas whiskey. So I bought myself a bottle of Balvenie, which is one of my favourites. And then on Friday night, I came down here, I had a few glasses of wine, and then I had a few whiskies. I had a late one, and just sat and listened to records all night. And I haven't done that for ages, really, not properly. And oh man, it was great.
Yeah, it's escapism, isn't it? It's that. It's a safe place. Like it's your quiet place. Even though you got your music on, it's just.
Oh, it is.
Like sit there and just sip your whiskey and
it's like a warm bath.
Oh, no, you need to get a bath down there. BD in the corner.
Oh,
a BD.
A BD in the corner. That would be ridiculous. No chance. You are one in your living room. You perv.
What are they called?
I don't know. Hot tub.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, that's a terrible vision I got in my head now. My friends using a BD in the corner of my room.
Oh God, son, I've cracked. Oh my God,
that ain't gonna happen, get not this lifetime, but. Oh God!
Do you mind if I just?
I'd have to get some net curtains or something to put around, Oh, what a terrible thought. No. Next question.
I don't know why your BD came to. Why I said BD. Oh dear, my eyes are watering. yeah, because that's why we obviously come down for record night. We don't come down for the record or the relaxation. It's to use your BD in the corner.
Yeah, but those kinds of amenities I have behind closed doors.
What do you mean you're hiding it from us?
Yeah.
Oh,
basically, yeah.
Oh dear.
I tickled you there, fair play.
Oh, somebody said to me in the week. They said I think they either watched Chinese or Chris's, and they went, "You need to get contact lenses."
Who needs contact lenses?
They said I need to get contact lenses. I said,
why is that?
They said because we can't see your eyes. I'm like, that's okay. You can't see how drunk I'm getting.
All right. Yeah, I see what you mean. So if you angle yourself in a certain way, all you've got.
It's oh, look at that! It looks like
that looks quite like like a sort of.
It's happened. Your eyes have turned into televisions. You've been watching. Your mother was right. You watch that too much, and your eyes are going to turn into television.
Yeah, that could be quite cool actually for some sort of techno video or something like
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite like this headset you've got. It's like an old Madonna classic, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I did have the pointy bra on as well, but I couldn't touch the screen. It was too long. It was longer than my. I was like, damn, too bloody long. So yeah, I just went. Cool. I just went for it. I don't know if you can see it's a suit and tie tonight.
Suit and tie.
Yeah, it's a t-shirt, but it's too dark. It's all.
It's all a bit dark.
I'm quite nostalgic about t-shirts.
You are.
I don't like getting rid of t-shirts.
I go to the last bastion with t-shirts. There's holes in them, and
I think I got holes into the arm in this. I think, and it's so comfy.
Without question of a doubt, the most impressive t-shirt longevity, if you want to call it that, right, that I've ever witnessed is Dave Turner with his Supergrass In It For The Money tour t-shirt. In It For The Money came out in about 1991. No, hang on. That's wrong. 95, I think. Right. 96.
Between 91 and
96,
95, yeah, around about that time.
I think it was 1996. I'll have to check that. I'll
Mid-90s.
my ass for that. And,
Mid-90s. We'll go for mid-90s.
yeah, it's about 96. And he went to see them on that tour. And he's still got that T-shirt now, right? And it's faded. It's, it's hanging on. The neck bit is hanging on by the odd thread. It's all broken under the arms and everywhere. And he's, up until not long ago, he still wore it to the pub.
See, now, that because it's one of his favourite T-shirts.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Now, I used to have...
I think it's very impressive. I mean, it's wearing it.
It's still wearing it to the pub.
An inch of its life.
It's not just wearing it around the house anymore. It's still it's still pub worthy, like.
Where probably a lot of people would have, put that T-shirt in amongst the painting clothes,
yeah,
or outdoor clothes, or bin.
No,
not Dave, not the Supergrass T-shirt. It's
did he buy it at a gig?
Yes.
No, see, that's different.
I'm sure he did, in fact. Yeah,
because he's a chat-up line in them films, then, isn't he? Oh, I was at this gig. Your eyes are brilliant again. No, see, I don't notice it with me because obviously I'm looking at you. But I can see what they mean now. But I'm not wearing contact lenses anyway. I can't see. I can't put them in my eyes.
No, I can't. I did try. I went to Specsavers and it was quite an unpleasant, generally unpleasant experience. So I walked up there without contact lenses.
Same, yeah. I went for 3 lessons, and each time I failed. And in the end, she just said to me, "Stick with your glasses."
Well, the optician, right, when I went in there, he put one in relatively easily. 15 minutes later, he was trying to get the second one in there. By this point now, my eye, right, was involuntarily blinking. He was getting really ratty with me because my eye kept closing. And I was like, well, you've been at this for like 10, 15 minutes. What do you expect? My eye was streaming, right? And he's there like that, trying to poke my face and going, "You got to stop closing your eye. You got to stop closing your eye." And I was like, I know, but my eye is now doing what I don't want it to do because you've caused it trauma. He's like, "I think you better go out there and I got to get my next appointment in." So I ended up going outside with somebody else from the shop and sitting on this little thing, this little sort of, there's a seat each.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Opposite each other, and there's a little sort of desk area in front. And right next to them with all the people waiting for their appointments.
Shame you into it. Shame you into Stop blinking. Yeah. Look at all these people looking at you.
So basically, my experience of being poked in the eye was taken from a room into a public space, right? Where she continued to go, "Stop closing your eye! Stop closing your eye!" And I'm like, I know! I've been told this and it's hurting. Well, so she said, "I don't think it's going to work." And I said, "No, it's not." And then she couldn't get the other one out. And then I have to get a different optician, take the other one out. By this point now, right? I was really, I'd had it, you know.
Somebody came in the morning, gave me anesthetic, or put him in when I was sleeping. Why didn't they catch me when I'm sleeping? Yeah, they're in already. They're already catch it. Because I can't. I am literally like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
I could probably manage to get one in, but like you said, the trauma of the one, it's like
you've got to put them in sitting in that seat with a wall behind you, so you can't actually move your head back any further.
And have those remember those things in Clockwork Orange? They pull the eye open. And having that's what I'd have to have, but I usually said get one in and just give me an eye patch for the other eye.
I just thought I'll have 2 pairs of glasses.
Yeah, that's what I went for. I bought some. I went just for Christmas and bought glasses, and because I needed a new prescription. I thought, do a lot of driving, I better get some sunglasses as well. I need some sunglasses. And then just after Christmas, I for some reason, did you know you got to put oil in a car?
No.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Water, isn't it?
Water and oil, apparently.
Oil as well.
Yeah, bizarre. Anyway, I didn't put any in, and it stopped working. and they had to go to the scrapyard. And I set my son down to empty it. And I said, make sure you get all my sunglasses and everything. And I've left my sunglasses in there.
Oh,
Lost my
they've been
sunglasses.
crushed.
They've been crushed.
Oh dear.
There's a guard dog in Swansea now wearing a nice pair of aviator glasses, like.
Yeah. Well, you know, whose fault is that?
Act of God.
No, it's your fault for keeping him in the car.
I only wore him. It was winter time. I only wore him when it was sunny.
Yeah, I know. This is the thing. Yeah. No, I just use reading glasses from the shop. You know, the cheapy ones.
Oh yeah.
And they seem to work all right. So, you know,
well, I'm in need of what they call bifocals now.
Oh right, I did try those and they were a nightmare.
It's because if I'm reading anything, I've got to take my glasses off now. But then I can't see, and it's the other way around. So I'm like, it's all the time, glasses on and off all the bloody time now, and it's a pain in the ass. So they were trying to convince me last time I went was to have them, and I was like, no, I'm not having them. I'd rather take my glasses off. You'd be having me having a string around my neck next. My fault with the string around your neck. Yeah. Mind you, we could be fashionable. We could bring something. I could bring it back.
We could put some of those fiber optic light things around.
Lights around it. No! If there was fiber with the glasses as well, going around, give me a headache, I would.
I don't think it's advisable, no.
maybe. Good idea, but maybe we won't
don't do this. Don't try this at home, kids, and all that.
Talking about not trying this at home, no, I haven't got anything there. But just as do not try this at home. I've got something to talk about. Just a moment. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Benny and Egg, something for the weekend till midday. So if you're watching
the Dapper FM show,
no, a non-Dapper FM show.
But you guys doing your.
We just doing our stuff on like this. Me and Eggy come online, and we talk shit for 2 hours.
Yeah.
We play a few sketches, play games. We have a competition. We go swap shop, and we just have a laugh on a Saturday morning. Put a bit of smile aside there. I'll listen to our win money.
All right. Yeah.
Well. Do you know what I mean?
Well, may as well do something else.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So listen to us instead.
Well,
we'd after a win money Saturday morning spot. We are.
You're doing what?
We're after a win money Saturday morning spot.
Right, yeah. What's he on? Radio?
Radio Wales. Radio Wales. Oh no, no, just Radio Wales.
Radio Wales. Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Rob Gilbert does. Him and Rob Gilbert taking turns. I think.
Oh right, okay. Yeah.
The Rod Gilbert show's good though. Enjoyed that.
I've always got Six Music on, so I never tend to listen to any other music.
On Saturday morning, that's what I used to listen to with Six Music. What's his name now? Comedian. Used to be a long time ago now, quite a few years ago. Used to be on a Saturday morning.
Oh, Sean
Peter Stefanovic.
Oh, Stefanovic. Yeah, he's great.
Genius.
Yeah, he's really good. I always like the comedy stuff he did on on the telly. Like he was fantastic.
And it'd be the same on Six Music. It was just I used to get up early on a Saturday morning just to listen to it. That's how it was like. Yeah, and then somebody told me, "Oh, you can listen to it on a podcast." I was like, "Oh," so then I started leaning. Anyway,
going back a while ago now, probably a year, 18 months ago, I was looking around at the attic and stuff, and I came across an old box of DVDs, and I found the DVD. I don't know if you remember it, right? Not many people do, I don't think, but there was only a one series run of about 6 episodes of a comedy thing called Hippies. Did you ever come across that?
No.
It was fantastic, right? It was
Please tell more. Please tell more.
well, Peter Serafinowicz was in it. What's his? Oh, my mind, here we go. It's a perfect mind blank thing now. I'm trying to remember people's names. The guy from Shaun of the Dead and
yeah, right. Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Nick Frost and
Nick Frost and what's
yeah,
the
and
other
there's
one? Yeah, he
other
hasn't
ones
really
you
done much
recognise
since,
in
has
it.
he? He's not famous or anything anymore. Well,
It's ridiculous.
oh,
Anyway,
yeah. Well, he's
it
not
was
going to
that.
come on
Right?
as a
It was,
guest now, is he?
silly, and it was really good. It was really funny, and he was in it, and he was great in it.
Sean Pegg.
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg. Yeah, Shaun of the Dead, Simon Pegg.
That's it. Simon Pegg. Nice one.
Shaun of the Dead, Simon Pegg.
Yeah. So it was
Simon
really good. Really good, yeah.
Hippies.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have a look for that. We'll have a look.
Yeah, I'll lend you the DVD if you want it. I got it's fab. Really good.
I think Peter Serafinowicz he's a comedy genius, and he doesn't. I'm kind of glad that he does. He's not in your face. He's not one of those in your face kind of comedians where you see him all the time. Because when you do
He's
see
not
him,
on the telly enough, or when I think about
or compared to other,
that much of his stuff on the telly over the years, from what I remember. Maybe I just wasn't aware of some stuff and missed it. I don't know, but I don't know. He just had a very, very sarcastic kind of way about him, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's what I like about him. It's very dry and sarcastic. Yeah, and it's because he doesn't need to now because he's a movie star as well, and he's like,
right.
And do you remember the Tick?
The Tick.
Yeah, he used to be like a superhero thing. He used to dress in a big blue outfit with like a tick.
No.
Oh well, they relaunched the Tick a few years ago, and it's Peter Serafinowicz played the Tick.
It's not a bloke with a sort of that kind of thing going on. No, I suppose that wouldn't be much of a film, really, would it?
Talking about films, what any good films that you've watched lately?
To be honest with you, no. I haven't. Do you know what? I used to watch loads of films all the time. Me and Chris used to have weekly film nights for years. These days, I don't. I very rarely watch a film.
Very rarely watch a film.
They're
only on for about 4.5 minutes, and then he knocks them off.
Well, me and Jess, right?
Hang on.
We're going to watch The Irish. Yeah, you know The Irish, man. That was it. Scorsese, is it?
Yeah.
It's like 3.5 hours long, right? That's been on our thing upstairs, right? The telly thing for I don't know how long, and we haven't spent 3.5 hours together in a room, I don't think, for about 5 years. And between the children and sleeping patterns and stuff. So, very rarely watch a film.
Let me give you a tip with The Irishman. Now, this is just my own personal view.
Don't bother, is it?
Too bloody long.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought it was. I could see why people kind of liked it. Cinematography and all those kind of things was really, really good, and the story was thick. But yeah, it was just too bloody long, which made it pants for me. I got bored halfway through. I was like, for God's sake, come on, just get on with it. Like
I tend to go on and watch documentaries and music documentaries, and I get stuck into certain sort of series and things like that. Just watching Mindhunter. I enjoyed that.
I thought you would say Minder then.
Minder.
I've just discovered this thing called Minder. But this guy that owned a car lot, and he's got a Minder.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, what else did I watch recently? There was Mindhunter, Mad Men. I watched that. That took a while.
I watched I think the first 2 seasons of Mad Men when it was out. I watched
Yeah,
them
that
all.
was all right. It took a while to get through it all, but it was all right, you know.
Way too long. I don't know. Somebody said way too long. Something's. Oh, my beard. Right, I get it now. Somebody was talking about. A message came up on our screen. Then I was like, way too long. My beard way too long. Yeah. What have I?
What about
I
album?
usually I go to Facebook on the TV and film page and I see what people have recommended, and then I'll have a go of it. But I couldn't get into it, and lots of people have said they're quite disgusted with me because I couldn't get into it. Was what's that one? It was all about drugs and in the oh god.
Ozark?
No, something. Oh God, see, like that's how good it was. The guy from Malcolm in the Middle's dad was in him, and
No, I don't know. I've never
his
seen
name Brian. But everyone watched it. Everyone
didn't
was
watch
watching
it.
it.
I don't think. Did
What was
I?
it called? What was it called? I don't know. You would have known because if I say it was bugger. Anyway, somebody, if you're watching and you know what I'm talking about, send us a message, will you? Let me know what it's called. But yeah, I started watching it, and it was like, yeah, I've seen it all before. Like, there's
Yeah.
not much originality on TV these days.
Yeah. It does get kind of, there's a lot of the same thing going on, I think, which is why it's nice to do,
Breaking Bad. Yeah, see, this is a good thing about having an audience that
Breaking
you can
Bad,
talk to.
right, yeah. Now, I got so far with that, and then there was a couple of there was a few episodes that was starting to get on my nerves, and then I stopped watching it.
Yeah, same here. And
It was his sidekick, that Pinkman, Jesse Pinkman. He started getting on my nerves, and I think we both lost, the urge.
Well, the thing is, it was like I'm from Mountain Ash, like it was like real life, like to me. I don't want to,
Beth Labs in the garage, like.
Because it was the same. Somebody said to me about watching. Oh, there's another one now. See, my head's gone tonight. Because I'm drinking it. I can't.
That's what it is.
Gallagher something.
Supersonic
on a council estate.
Right. I thought you were talking about Gallagher's, as in like a Oasis or something like that. Then like a documentary or something. No, the film rather. Oh, are you talking about Shameless?
Shameless. That's it. Yeah, Shameless.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's awesome. And it's like, look, I understand why. I've watched it, and it is funny, and it is good. It's a good show, but I just couldn't get into it because I grew up in Fernhill, and I love where I grew up. My mum still lives there, but Fernhill back in the day, it was like I knew people like him. Do you know what I mean?
You didn't want to be watching on the telly necessarily. Like.
Why do I need to watch it on the telly? Yeah, it's like I don't need the cheap imitations. I know the real thing. Like I just go down my. There's people in Fernhill. They're still the same. Like what was his name now? Frank,
that's right. I to be honest, I probably watched the first one or two when it came on first, and then I didn't bother watching it.
Yeah, I just don't. I see. No, I am quite sad because I like a sci-fi, and I do like sci-fi because it takes you away. It takes you away. What's the point in watching real life? I want my films and TV to have escapism.
If I'm honest, I've never been a big TV watcher. I never have. Years ago, when I lived on my own for years and stuff, I didn't have a TV for a number of years. I had a video player, where I'd watch.
You know what you used to watch. You know what you used to watch when you used to live on your own, playing with yourself all those hours. On guitar, obviously.
On guitar, obviously. That's right. Exactly.
Yeah. This is why you're so good at it. Yeah, this is why you're so good at it now. It's because it's all those years of those lonely nights.
Lonely nights. But, TV was never really, I don't know, it still bores me after a while. Now, if I watch it for an hour or so and I start getting bored, I'd rather, not that I get an awful lot of time to do it these days, but I'd rather be listening to records or playing the guitar or something. I've started reading books. I used to read so many books, but the last few years, again, it's kind of fallen by the wayside a bit. So I've started reading books again, which is nice.
I've downloaded Audible.
Oh yeah, all right.
So I can. It's not that I'm being lazy. It's just it is easier sometimes just to listen to them. And I've just bought a new book as well called Positively Unstoppable.
Okay.
Motivation book, but it's a bit of a, what's it called, biography as well. Like, is it biography? They call it something like that.
I've started. I don't know. I just fancy it. There was a little series on the TV that I sort of tapped into called The Outsider, right? And it was based on a Stephen King book. And I used to read when I was a teenager. I used to go to the library, and I'd buy. I'd rather rent, Stephen King books, James Herbert, and the horror genre. I was really into it, and I've kind of dipped in and out over the years and stuff. But I haven't read anything like that for ages, and I really enjoyed The Outsider. And I thought, well, my friend Anne Keaton.
Yes.
Well, Anne's got tons and tons and tons of Stephen King books. So I thought, you know what? I just fancy reading a book, a good horror story to get into, or drama story or something like that, rather than trying to watch stuff on the telly that isn't ticking any boxes. I'm going to read some books again. So I've started reading. She gave me this one called The Stand, which is quite.
Oh, right. Yeah. I know The Stand. Yeah.
The Stand is it's a 1,500-page book. It's a chunk.
Yeah, it's a doorstop of a book.
It is, but it's like she said when she gave it to me. She said it's quite apt for the moment because it's about a virus, basically, an influenza virus, which is basically killing people and stuff. And I was like, all right, okay. So it's quite interesting reading this and thinking, all right, and this is going on outside. This is why I don't read the news. I watch the news and listen to too many updates,
Well, it is.
Just in case I start blending the stand with real life and getting scared.
People do that with EastEnders. They think that's real as well, don't they?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's best to stay away from all that.
No, but I do enjoy a good book because you get lost in it. Yes. My imagination, I'm lucky to have a very vivid imagination. So when I get lost in a book, I'm lost in it and I'm there, and having a good book like that.
Yeah, no, it's a great thing. It is, yeah. It enables you to just, like you said, zone out, doesn't it?
Yeah, escapism, and music's the same. And sitting back with your headphones on, just listening to your favorite album is just, you can't beat that.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
I don't do it. Sean's too noisy for me to play my music.
He's still there with him, is he?
Yeah, he's still here with me. Well, he went to university, and he said to me, I won't be back, Dad. I won't be back. I'm going to move in with my mate when So I was like, all right, okay, great. So I was going to make that into like an office, his bedroom. And then he was getting closer to the end of his course, and he started coming home quite regularly on the weekend. And I was like, all right, you seem to be home quite regularly. Goes, oh, yeah. Remember when I said I wasn't going to come home?
I'm coming home.
I'm coming home next week. Like, what? I'm like, you can't. His room was I was using it as a storeroom. Like, I was going to sort it out to make it in my office. So no. So he's back, and I've currently got his girlfriend here as well.
Oh, okay.
Which is fantastic because she makes me lovely cups of teas on a regular basis. She's a really nice girl. But when during the lockdown started, obviously they were up here. But it's nice because I think I'd be a bit lonely otherwise.
Well, yeah, you don't want to be on your own, do you?
No.
You poor thing.
I got to nag him to do the dishes, but that's I got to do that anyway. So nothing's changed. But I got to say, he put the recycling out this week without me having to ask him.
Oh well,
I think that was more Emma.
things are looking up, but
yeah, I think that was more Emma than Sean. I think.
yeah,
You got all this to look forward to, dude.
yeah, man.
How old are they now?
2 and 4, nearly 3 and 5 in a couple of months. So yeah, small.
Where does that time?
Small and cute and lovely and mad and crazy and happy and stuff is great. Yeah.
Have you taught them any instruments yet?
No, but they've been down here this morning playing, banging on the drum kit there and got the piano over there and, just they love doing that. And Nancy's starting to sort of wanting to, I don't know, learn the piano a bit more and stuff. So I'm waiting a little bit longer until I feel that
they'll choose which instrument they want to play.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they'll
automatically get drawn to it. Like.
Well, I just think if the stuff is there, I'd rather them gravitate towards it rather than sit them down and go, right, you got to do this and you got to do that,
Well,
so hopefully they'll take to it.
There's an interest there straight away. Like I remember when I was a child, the triangle was my the thing I gravitated towards, and I wasn't, and I couldn't even, and I can't even play that anymore.
No, can you not get a good triangle solo?
I tried. I tried to join the Philharmonic Orchestra as the triangular, but no, just didn't want.
Well, keep plugging away is my advice.
Not enough tinging.
It's an underrated instrument, the triangle. There's not enough.
It is. It's big skill. Different parts of the triangle you hit.
That's right.
You get different tones.
Exactly. So the inside, the outside,
Yeah, it's not just a simple of ting.
Yeah. But people don't realise this. Yeah, maybe this is something that you need to bring to the masses. Instead of tubular bells, triangular bell.
triangular bell. More like. Yeah, do some YouTube lessons on how to play the triangle.
Well, yeah, you should, I think.
No, I got caught out the other day. There's a guy that does videos on YouTube. They play him on Facebook as well. And they're all just mock videos. But he makes them so bloody professional. Yeah. And I thought they were genuine things. And it was like he made this little device and it give off electricity charge and things like that. I was like, fucking hell, that's amazing. Like,
yeah.
And then hey, Sean, come and have a look at this. Look at this guy. He goes, Dad. No, he's famous for it. He makes them just really high quality so that you to fool you. Like, and I'm like, bastard, you fool me.
Yeah.
See, don't believe everything you see on the internet, especially on the news. It's all aliens, folks. It's all aliens. That's where they want us inside. Is because there's aliens outside and they don't want us seeing them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I had a very strange experience when, going back a couple of weeks ago, when those satellites came over for the first time.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it literally was an off chance thing, right? I happened to go out the back, wink, wink, and it was about 10 o'clock, right? So I was stood there, and it was a bright, starry night. So I'm looking at, up at the heavens kind of thing, right? And I saw, one sort of solid like ball of light going over, and I thought, the International Space Station or something. And then just behind it was another one, and then the same distance behind that was another, and then another, and another, and another. And this is joking aside, right? I stood there for about 10 minutes watching them, right? And I walked back in because I wasn't aware of this at all. What these satellites and all that. And I came back in, right? And I stood there and I thought, what the hell have I just seen? It is literally the world. Like, there's this thing going on, this bloody pandemic.
I know there's aliens.
And I'm looking up and there's bloody aliens, and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, you know what, right? I wouldn't be surprised at all, And I thought, right, I'm going to check Facebook, because if there's any way I'm going to find out if anybody else saw this, it's going to be on it. And luckily, I went on there and somebody said, "Did anybody else see those lights in the sky?" And I was like, "Oh, thank God for that."
No, I no, I only seen them the first day. The first, I think it was the first or second day that they thing. Sean called me out, and I went up and had a look at them. But then I missed the when it was loads of them because I was in hospital then, so I couldn't bloody see anything. But your eyes look amazing, honestly.
What are they back in the?
Every time I look at you, just it's like. Is there acid in it? It's just like, yeah. So, but I, I'm an avid sky watcher. I like watching the sky.
Yeah.
And, you do see some real weird shit in the night.
If you look for long enough,
you go out, and this is one of the reasons I like going camping at Brecon, because you don't get the sky, the light pollution.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and if you, like you said, if you're up there looking for long enough, you'll see strange things.
Yeah.
You know what, right? So talking about strange things, this isn't a strange thing, but I got to take a toilet break a second. Yeah.
You go for a toilet, and I'll do I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him for a bit. Yeah, you go. You go. Right then, folks. On tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. You can join me and Eggy for Something for the Weekend. That's at 10 a.m. on Something for the Weekend Facebook page, and you can also go over to Something for the Weekend YouTube channel as well. We're over there. I think we're on Twitter as well. What are we on Twitter? I shall have a look. I shall tell you now. I think I forget I set these things up, but we are on Twitter. I know we are. So let me have a look. So then for the at SFTW. Oh dear. At SFTW the podcast. There you are. Look for that on Twitter at SFTW the podcast, and you can follow Something for the Weekend. And if you just go to Benny's Babbles on Twitter as well, we're there. So we're on Twitter, Facebook. We're not on Instagram, but we are on YouTube. So go and subscribe to all those places. Thank you very much. Yeah, Justin. Wow.
There we go.
You feeling better?
Thank God for that.
Right, I go to try
I've done. In fact, from my own standards, I've done pretty well. I think this is my third glass of wine. I don't know, maybe fourth, and that's my first one.
I'm quite thinking me. I'm on my third can. I don't know. Only two I had the other night, but I'm on my third tonight.
Yeah, no, that's. It doesn't take long before.
I do enjoy this beer. Now, me and Chris were talking about European beer. It's completely different to our beer.
Yeah,
it's much more tasty, I think. But though I do enjoy the odd pint of from Spinal Tap. It's that's what it's called from now on. It's not called the National Tap.
The Spinal Tap.
Yeah. Because I can never remember what it's called, and I always call it Spinal Tap. But because they do some lovely ales there as well.
Yeah, great trees.
I do.
Outstanding.
So if anyone's wondering what we're talking about, Great Trees Brewery is a local brewery in just outside Aberdeen, and they do amazing ales. I should get them to do a sponsorship for a show once so the viewers are up a bit. I'll have to have him as a thing, and he can give us some free beers, and yeah.
There we are. Look, talking about neighbourly love now, like we was talking about earlier. My mate Leighton, do you know Leighton Winston? Leighton lives behind me on the other side of the lane, right?
Yes.
And he borrowed my jet wash, right? And when I went back to get it off him, it was there with a bottle of Grey Trees Afghan ale right next to it to say thanks. I was like, see?
What a gentleman.
What a gentleman. That's the thing, see? You go, I'll buy you a pint. That's the thing, innit,
It is, yeah.
Nice one for that, but I'll buy you a pint.
Yeah,
I'll get you a pint next time I see you,
I do a lot of those, lots of those things. By Steve O'Gorman. I send him stuff to proofread for me all the time because I'm rubbish, and he's really nice to me, and he does it thing. So I buy him a pint. They're only short little things, so they're not things. But just have a look at that, make sure it's okay for me. And it's always, I get you a pint. I think
Exactly.
you got
Well,
about 3 or 4
it's
over in
that thing,
Jack's.
isn't it? Where you show your appreciation just by getting a pint in.
Yeah, and it is because it's like he does it for a living, proofreading and doing me a favor because I posted something one day that it was quite important kind of thing, and I'd made a few mistakes, and he messaged me and said, "Send them to me, and I'll proofread them for you first." I was like,
He's a
"Oh,
good man, is Steve.
he is a good man.
Yeah,
He's a good man." But
yeah.
because and I need someone like that in my life. Because my going to a Welsh school, that's what I blame it on. I write
All a bit
Wenglish.
sort of mixed up in the
Yeah, I write Wenglish.
Wenglish. Yeah.
Laziness it is. I should
But
just.
he's your man to do it. He's frighteningly intelligent, is old Steve.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, he's my own little encyclopedia as well. If I'm not sure, I'll ask Steve.
Yeah, you know.
He'll know, and if he doesn't know, he'll know how to find out. Because some things you can't always find on Google.
No.
Can't find out.
Just got to go digging. You just got to know this stuff.
No, I love a good conspiracy. I watch loads of conspiracy stuff on YouTube, not because just I find them interesting.
Yeah.
I find them really, really interesting. I find them more interesting than watching EastEnders or Coronation Street because it makes you ask some questions. But sometimes I wish I hadn't, because it's like it asks too many questions.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, it throws up too many things, doesn't it? Yeah,
It does, especially when you think to yourself, we know that the newspapers and TV news and everything like that. We know that all they are really are adverts to sell you stuff, really.
But to be honest, I try not to pay too much attention to any of it.
No, because it's just bullshit, really. It's not but it is really. I don't know.
This is the bad thing, isn't it? About internet and social media and about a platform that everybody potentially has, there's so much stuff out there, isn't there? You can get embroiled, I guess.
God, yeah.
In
easily
stuff,
get embroiled with the wrong things as well as the right things.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I mean,
but I understand why people have gone down this road lately of, especially with the COVID thing and this 5G thing, and it's it's a bit mad, but it's sort of, I can totally understand why people go down that road, because it's like, especially everything we went through last year with the general election, the year before that with Brexit, and so much lies and things like that through on TV and all things. People don't know what to believe anymore.
No.
So when they latch onto these conspiracy theorists, then it's and it's like, are they telling the truth? Is it a conspiracy theory? I don't know, but it's my thing to it all is, don't believe anything. Don't believe anything, and unless you see it with your own eyes, don't believe anything. Because
does that mean that you don't believe anything that you haven't seen with your own eyes? Because there might be a lot of stuff there that you don't believe in. That might be quite true.
Yeah, but then
have you ever seen a traffic warden fall over? Right, I don't slipping on some gravy and chips that have been discarded on the floor.
I haven't, but
it might have happened.
It might have happened, and do you know what? Somewhere in the world, it probably has happened. And if I'd seen it, I probably would have laughed, because I'm that kind of individual.
Yeah, so you could miss out on all sorts of hilarity.
Well, this is what I'm getting to, though, is the fact that because it's like, I don't believe anything unless I see it, but I'm not saying the things are not true.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I mean? It's sort of, okay, just because we watched it on the news doesn't mean that that's true.
Oh God!
But
that's why I don't watch the news, because you don't know what's true.
And it is, and it's like I said, the last few years of press and news and everything has been so up and down and sort of represented things, and so people have got a big mistrust in it. So they're gonna go out and latch onto these other things then,
Well,
whether they're true or not.
yeah. And
So
you can't blame anybody. Well, you can't believe what you're told. That's the thing. So I don't know what you do. You read the Daily Mail and think that that's the way that the world is, or you maybe try and get past that and think about other things and believe that the media is not telling you the truth. But then, there's
it's
the other side as well. I don't know,
path,
where do you go, isn't it?
which path do you travel down? Do you go down the David Icke route, or do you go down all these different things? But I've been to see him live. I went to see him. Was it a year and a half ago? And again, I've read his books. I don't say that what he says is true or it isn't true, but lots of what he says has come true over the years.
Yeah.
And it's resonated, right? But I can totally understand why people are starting to, go crazy. I was thinking, oh, well, I believe this and I believe that. It's like, it's who do you believe these days? We live in so much misinformation that this is why, like you said, you don't watch news or anything. I've surrounded myself in my bubble. I got my, this is my desk. This is where I live my life. Normally, I've surrounded myself by my bubble. This is my land. And as long as everything's going, anything external, if I can't do anything about it, it's pointless me bloody worrying about it.
Well, the thing is, right, I mean, there's so many things in the world to worry about, right? If you spend all your time doing that, if you're that way inclined, right, then you're not going to find happiness there.
No, never.
And the thing is as well, I mean, you have people criticising you for burying your head in the sand and not being switched on or turned on or whatever, right? But each to their own, I say, in this respect, because whatever gets you through the day, whatever gets you through the night.
And it is,
if you need peace of mind to make yourself tick, right, then where you find that is your business, Yeah. And if you want to be informed or misinformed or a bit of both or whatever, and you don't actually know which one is right and which one is wrong, all that can do is cause confusion and upset and anxiety, as far as I'm concerned,
Yeah. And
so I'd rather try and live my life, just doing the best I can,
Yeah, and for you and your family. And I think, but the way the news works, it's all about, if it's a fear thing, and I can't. That's negative, and I can't. Like, I haven't watched. I don't think I've actually sat down and watched the news in a few years, because as you know, I live in I just live in my own positive little bubble.
It's too much for me to comprehend, man. It is all the crazy shit that goes on, like.
It is, and it said, having that thrown at you daily on a daily basis, it's no wonder people sort of get depressed and feel that that the world's against them, when basically that's what the world is telling you. This is nasty. This is nasty. This is nasty. It is. Sure,
yeah, I mean, you've got to make your life as best as you can and try and find some peace of mind. You don't need to know everything, and you certainly don't need to listen to everything. The
only thing you need to listen to is music.
Now you're talking.
It is though, isn't it? Really.
Well, it certainly helps.
It helps me. It helps me listening to music. It takes me away to that special place. But no,
it's a place you can find your own place in, like, innit,
Yeah,
that's the good thing about it. It's a soundtrack of your life. It's something that's always been there. You can trust it. It's not going to lay you down. Like, that's all the boxes ticked for me. Like,
same here. I love nothing more than sitting back some nights and just putting my headphones on and putting an album on that I haven't heard for ages and just lose myself in it.
I've been doing a little the last few months and stuff. We were talking earlier about our neck and shoulder problems, as boring as that is. But after the physio had ended, they referred me to the gym. Then I'm in the gym for for a good many years, and now, whereas I used to go to the gym years ago, it was boring. as like, because I didn't used to have any music. I'd just be down there. Whereas now, my sister-in-law bought me a nice pair of digital headphones. I had Spotify on. I'm running on the treadmill listening to Slayer or whatever, something to keep me going.
Keeps you
But
going.
I started making playlists of, stuff that I listen to now, stuff that I haven't listened to, I've wanted to, and then a whole load of stuff that went back as far as I can remember to like primary school when I started getting into music, stuff like Adam and the Ants and The Jam and Madness and all that kind of era stuff. And then from there, then, the different stages your life take and where you move to and where your schools are and your mates are. And, the light went on for me when I had a cassette off my buddy in Form 1 of the comprehensive boys comp that I went to, one side was Power Slave by Iron Maiden and the other side was Back in Black, Highway to Hell by AC/DC. And it was like a light went on. I remember standing in my bedroom with my little cassette player that I had back then, radio cassette player thing, with a little cassette thing in the front, putting that on and just, being absolutely, my life changed there, basically. And, that's like a eureka moment, isn't it, But it takes you somewhere. And from that point onwards, I was listening to all sorts of old stuff through the years and stuff that I don't sit and listen to in the house.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to run on a treadmill, I've been running, the lockdown's gone on my bike or whatever. Having this stuff in my head when I'm cycling and thinking about stuff and cycling on different areas and that, which means something. And this music's going on with it. It's in your DNA, isn't it? It's in your cells. It's in your.
I've always
everything.
said, never trust anyone that says they don't like music. Because
is it Jack White who said, "Don't trust anyone who doesn't like Led Zeppelin" or something? Is it along the same lines, isn't it?
Well, it is, because they got no soul. If you don't like music, you got no soul. Shit. Sorry.
What the hell was that?
That is my cat telling me he wants food. He just bit my foot.
I thought it was the ghost of a long dead soul who didn't like music, striking you down for saying that.
Oh God, he frightened the life out of me. Then he goes under my desk and he lies down under my desk, and I'm waving my foot around underneath the desk, and he just decided that he thought, oh, I'm gonna eat that big toe, so he just bit me on the big toe.
Right.
Thank you, cat. Yeah. Professionalism.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not Joe Exotic, but I've got a wild cat in the house. I am got a wild cat in the house.
Yeah, but it's a great thing.
Music, I think, is underrated. I think music in schools should be as important as learning your language and maths. I think music should be right up there at the top of the scale of learning, because it's a way of creation, and I suppose mathematics. It's maths. Music is maths as well.
Yeah.
And I don't think they use enough. They teach enough music in schools. I think people will be much.
I think it's limited. I think the onus is on the individual to take music on as a serious business.
Oh yeah, but what I'm saying
is, as far as the learning of it goes, I think just the listening of it and stuff. I think it doesn't matter who you are. You don't have to be into any specific genre or kind of music. It's one of those things that excites people, isn't it? It makes people feel alive. It makes people feel like they can do anything, and inspires people, And
you know me. We've been in a band together. I have no musical talent whatsoever. That's why I sing. And
you've been a bit hard on yourself, Gay.
No, it's honest. I'm there for the glory of everything. Really, you guys do all the hard work. I just say words and take all the praise. It's fantastic. It's great. But no. But music is important to me. But like I said, I if don't trust anyone that says they don't like music, because everyone should have some sort of music in their soul that sort of captures them, and they think a song, comes on a radio, and you go, oh, yeah.
There's still a mysticism and romanticism about it all,
Mm.
Well, that's the way that I think that's the mystique in it all, isn't it? It's not alchemy. It's made by humans,
Yeah, we make this.
It's not
We make
magic.
these
It's
sounds.
a real thing and stuff. But what happens when people make the music is totally transcendent. Like, it's not a physical. Well, it is a physical thing. It makes you move
Well, it
physically and stuff,
stops,
but
doesn't
it's
it? Because
invisible. It's
you can. I've been places, and I've viewed, especially somebody playing live, somewhere especially playing live that you don't expect them to be. Even people that are busking and things like that, you'll go past. Not all buskers, but not all of them are good. But you'll go past, and you'll hear a beautiful bit of music, and it makes you stop in your tracks. Like, there's not many things in the world. If I hear, is where you go, oh, what's that? Who's playing that? Like, and music, yeah, I think we music is very underrated in our what we teach in schools. Like, yeah, like I said, it is the onus of putting it on the person to learn the individual things, but I think letting kids play with instruments when they're really, really young, and say, well, I believe this in not just instruments, in general, that when you're in little school, as as I call it, in junior school, that we force things on them to learn, where we should be finding out what they are good at, because everyone's good at something, whether they realize it or not, and nurture people rather than try and uniformly teach people in a certain way.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think there's subtle ways of bringing out the best in people if it's acknowledged, like in it. I mean, if
Yeah,
somebody's a talented individual, I think that somebody will notice along the way, like
somewhere. But no, I
somewhere.
think with the new world we're going into now, maybe it will be a bit different, because they're gonna have to teach school in a different way. Um, I think they're talking about putting like sixth form people doing their exams going back first, so they can start catching up and breaking it that way. But it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be
And more
different.
music, I say, and comedy. I think they should be doing stand-up comedy lessons as well.
Well, yeah, they should. There should be an entertain. There's a drama for sort of faculty
Yeah,
about
and not just
entertainment.
serious drama. Yeah, it should be entertainment. They should call it the entertainment department,
Yeah,
and not the music department. The entertainment department. Big stars out of us all.
and you could be the head.
Yeah. When I'm Prime Minister, when I'm the Prime Minister of Wales, I'll make all this happen. Do you know what I mean?
I'll vote for you then.
Oh, thank you for that. Like, I'm no reason. This is my fourth can.
Well, I've been sipping quite sparsely throughout this, but I've noticed. Yeah, I've drunk virtually all. Well, apart
All the
from
wine.
that, there. Yeah, I've gone mostly through the bottle, but there, nice, great.
Great. Well, I really enjoyed myself tonight, dude. I
Me
really,
too,
really
man.
enjoyed myself tonight.
It's
And
been lovely to see you and talk to you.
yeah, it is. It's taking the lockdown for us to have a chat.
Yes, it has indeed.
It has taken, and
We've been threatening for ages to get together, but
we have. We
we
have.
have. Well, we have virtually tonight,
We
I
have
suppose.
virtually tonight, yeah. And it's been
Yeah.
nice. It's the same. Like I said, I'm talking to people that I know currently, and I've, Carlos Manueli. Oh, excuse me, my friend Carl.
Yeah.
He does the comedy videos, the Carlos Manueli's, as he calls them, the really crap sketches. I
Right.
think they're hysterical because they're bad. That's
Yeah.
really funny. Well, Carl is gonna he's gonna start helping me doing these now, and we're gonna try and get some guests in of people I haven't got a clue who they are.
even better. That'll
Even
keep you
better,
on
why
your
not?
toes. That'll keep you on your toes.
Exactly. So,
You don't know to interview. I can't think of anything worse myself, but good luck to you.
I'm looking forward to it. It's because I like learning new things, and getting, if somebody's got an interesting story to tell, then yeah, I'm happy to talk to him.
Happy
So
days. Yeah.
so I think so Carl's going to start sorting that. Now we got another. Do you know this lady?
Emma Galetti di Cadillac. I'll feed him now.
Yeah.
That's
Do you
interesting.
know?
No, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, both. That's a both. Yeah, it's Sean. It is. Sean's girlfriend. It is. Yeah, Sean better sort himself out. And then listening. Yeah. I didn't get a cup of tea though. Not good watching the show, but not making a nice cup of tea. Well, we'll draw the pull the zip up there, and
Okay.
put it tidy. And yeah, thanks, dude. It's been great.
Lovely to see you, but
and we'll once lockdown is sorted, we'll
get together.
And,
I think there'll be lots of big shindigs going on. I think.
Well,
lots of people getting back together again. You know.
I've ordered hula hoops off Wish, so they should be with us by Christmas. With braces as well, and I'm going to be selling these as social distancing devices.
There we go.
Put it over the top with it. So I sort of thought of a business already. So I'm killing when.
Or just get those inflatable fat cinch. You know those ones.
Yeah, that's a good as well. Yeah,
sort of just bounce into each other or something, and then bounce off. You know.
And just go around one of those big zoo balls.
Yeah. Pint in one hand and a big, inflatable suit, and just bounce into your mate and go, hey.
Well, whichever way they allow us to say the powers that be allow us to see each other, right? Whichever way it is, we will see each other.
Definitely.
Right,
love you, brother.
Yeah, give my love to Jess and the kids, and I shall see you all soon. And keep yourself safe, sir.
You too, man. Good to see you.
And you as well. Right, thanks everyone that's watched. Tune in tomorrow night. I think it's 8:00 for Dorian Holmes, the Lord of Aberdeen. He's going to be with us tomorrow evening. And Monday evening, we got comedian Paul James. I need to set that up now on the pages, and you'll get reminders. Again, thanks very much for tuning into Benney Babbles. Shall see you all soon. And